This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So growing up, I don't know about you, Matt, or you, Rich, but we had these glass showers, and my parents there was a little squeegee in there, and after every shower, regardless of if I had a brother or sister coming in the shower after me, we were required to squeegee down and towel off the shower so there would be no, water stains and water drops. Did you guys ever have to do that growing up? Or
we're doing it now. What are you talking
doing
about?
It now?
We have a squeegee in our shower.
You do?
Yeah. And the kids don't do it. They're 8, 10, and 5. They can't rely on them to do it. So we go and squeegee the window. Because if you don't, at least in our neighborhood, we've got hard water, and it creates all these water spots and water stains. And so I don't know if there's a trick. I'm sure there's special cleaners out there that can do the trick. I don't know if there's some kind of special coating. Rich, you would know. You do this for a living. What can we do about stuff like that? Is there anything? Or we're just going to have to squeegee for the rest of our lives?
Well, if you're starting with a piece of glass that's already clean, you can put coatings on. Sometimes they can be done at the manufacturing level, where it's a little bit harder coating. It lasts a little bit longer. But there are over-the-counter ones, and there are ones that we can put on showers as well. It's just a coating that kind of seals the edge of the surface of the glass to prevent the hard water calcium deposits from eating away at the surface of the glass, and that's what's causing the white stains and stuff that you might see.
So is this something you can just pick up at Home Depot if you need to, or
there's a lot of this stuff that there's some products that you can get at Home Depot or even online through Amazon and stuff like that. The stuff that's done through the manufacturing companies, it's a similar product but at a little bit stronger.
Got it.
At that rate.
So let's say my glass is a little discolored. I would just have to clean it really well, and then I could apply the product?
That's correct.
Okay, and then how long is that product typically good for?
Depending on the manufacturer, usually 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
Depending on how well you take care of it, of course. But it's relatively inexpensive. If it's something you're doing yourself, it's relatively inexpensive.
Got it. I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth it to clean the glass, put it on, and then be squeegee free for 3 years, or should I just squeegee? Actually, that's not true. I don't even squeegee at all. I don't squeegee. I'm not a squeegeer. I'm.
I can't see yourself. I can't see you doing that.
You don't see me doing that?
No, absolutely not.
No, not my thing.
When I go into homes and I'm speaking to them about a shower, whether we're doing a replacement bypass slider shower or the new barn style showers or a heavy frameless swing shower, it's always an option that I provide for them.
The glass protection?
The glass protection, and there are some homeowners that, nope, I'm religious about this every day. I'm squeegeeing it.
Are you serious?
I don't need it. And
they're proud.
I'm religious about it too. It doesn't always work. After time, you're not getting it completely, because then even after you leave, there's still steam and stuff going on. So I don't think you can do it
right. And
as
with,
well as needs
with
to be
the
done.
coatings on it, there I've gotten that too, where it's like, I'm too lazy, I want the coating on it, or I'm tired of squeegeeing, I want the coating on it.
I wouldn't say lazy. I just don't have time for that. Like, I want to take my shower, move on, or
sure,
get on with life.
He doesn't have the 10 seconds. It takes to squeegee. That's 10 seconds where he could be writing an email, texting, watching a TikTok video.
I could. My dad. I think it took me about 90 seconds to 2 minutes to do it to pop standards. Oh yeah, it was a
pop standards.
It was a process. So, but the good news is
you mentioned the barn doors. What does that look like?
It's a frameless.
I know what barn doors are.
Yeah, it's a frameless shower. It's typically a 2-panel, and one side is fixed and one side slides across a bar that's mounted to the fixed panel.
Gotcha.
I'm sure you've seen it with a double roller type system
that makes
on
sense. And those are glass.
Those are
right?
all glass.
Okay.
And the ones we provide are pretty heavy duty. And again, unlike some of the big box stores where you can get some of those, but the metal that it's made out of is very flimsy a lot of times. And so finding a glass company out there to put one in, you're going to get a better product. If it's not us, but a glass company to put one in, you'll get a much better product that way.
And then you guys provide like tons of different services as far as the showers go, including the frameless glass showers, correct?
That's correct.
I think those are stunning. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the frameless glass.
What does that
showers.
look like? Maybe I'm already familiar, but what is that?
Depending on the layout, but essentially the only thing mounting the glass to the wall is maybe some small clips,
Brackets. I think that's
couple
what we
hinges
have.
and stuff like that, and that's it.
Yeah.
We've been working on a home out in Granite Bay off of Barton Road that it's a full custom shower. It's a 4-panel, and there is 2 buttresses on the sides, and it's basically a wet room. You walk into this room, the shower's on this side, the bathtub, standalone bathtub's on one side, but it's all enclosed into like this steam room. And we're getting ready to put in the final piece, which is a small door that is on one side that they can open just to vent the room. Got it. In it.
Do you ever post any of these fun projects on like social or somewhere where we could see them?
We haven't yet, but that's definitely something that
I'd love to see that. I'd love because typically you walk into a house or somebody's home, you're seeing the kitchen, you're seeing the pool, you're seeing all that, but you don't typically see the bathrooms. You know,
Right.
I mean, as a real estate agent, I see more bathrooms than I want to see. Like I walk into somebody's house, I just met them for the first time, we're having over for barbecue, and they give me the tour of the entire place. I'm like, dude, you don't have to give me the tour, but still, I think it's interesting to see how other bathrooms and stuff are set up.
What I like seeing is when you go into a home, you see this old shower that's being torn out, and you're going back with something new. Typically, what I see is all the befores.
Oh.
I might see pictures of the after.
Yep.
So in times when I'm able to go back to the home for even for other reasons or going back to look at something with that, it's kind of nice to see the afters.
I bet it's like the finished product. Hey, I impacted this home in a positive way. Their value went up. Another thing I want to talk to you about, Rich, though, is how you these seem like complicated installs. Like there's probably mistakes that can be made because how it works is you go out, you meet with them, you measure it, you give them an estimate, correct?
Correct.
And then the installers come out and their install is based off of your measurements.
That's correct.
And so how does that work? If there's any mistakes or timeline gaps, like how do you guys handle that?
The reality is, mistakes are going to be made.
Yeah.
It's just part of the industry, whether it's a measuring error, check a piece of glass and it's scratched, something's broken on the way there. But what do you do in those situations? You have to make sure that the homeowner or the customer is important. Let them know that this is important to us. This is what we're going to do about it.
Yeah.
You can't let time lag on that. You have to contact them first and foremost to let them know, hey, sorry about this happened. If it's a measuring thing, apologize. Hey, this is on me. I missed whatever it was. And let them know, I may not have an exact date at this moment, but we will be contacting you within 24 hours with the solution on this. That way the homeowner is not guessing, hey, they haven't called me yet. You call them first.
Yep. If they're calling about questions, then man, you're failing, right? Because now
I would agree.
Because now they're having to be the professional. They're having to drive the process rather than,
And in some cases, if we have to change things around a little bit, even to the point where I might go out and help on the install just so there's enough manpower for other jobs.
Yeah.
Make sure the job gets completed.
Well, I'm so glad you say that because I don't know how many times I've run across homeowners who have started a project on a home, whether it's a kitchen, a bathroom, some form of a remodel. The contractor says they'll get it done in a certain amount of time. They demo, like let's say it's the kitchen. They demo the kitchen. Most houses only have one kitchen, right? So you're now kitchenless, and then the project's dragging on. It's taking a week. It's taking 2 weeks, 3 weeks longer, and the contractor's just not willing to. Because what's probably happened is that contractor is juggling other projects. And he knows he has you because he has the material, he has the manpower, and he has the contract with you. And so it's okay. It doesn't really impact him financially because when's the next time you're going to call him for a kitchen remodel? It doesn't really impact him financially to, drag that, to pull people off other projects and focus on yours. But you're saying Glass Guru is different, where you guys will actually juggle it around. You care about the customer. You want to get it done correctly and
correct
within the timeline, whether it's your fault or not. You're gonna honor your agreement.
Right. When you're dealing with glass, it's inevitable that things are going to happen. Defects in the glass, whether it was measured wrong, ordered wrong, came in wrong, broken. What's our company going to do to make it right?
Yep.
And it's the customer service aspect of it. There's still going to be a time that it's going to take to produce the product and get it back out there. There's nothing you can do about that, but it's the communication.
You're going to go out of your way and communicate.
It's the communication is the biggest thing with the client.
So let's say somebody's wanting to install new windows. Either the windows seals have failed, or they're just old and ugly. Maybe they're wanting to improve the energy efficiency of the home. What typical rebates, what are there programs out there that people can use?
There normally are rebates out there. Depending on the time of year, I'll tell people to check either the state websites or county websites or even their city websites for rebates. Usually at some point someone has something out there. Rebates per window can range from anywhere from $25-$50 all the way up to $100 or more per window that you install. May not seem like a whole lot, but if you have a home with 30-40 windows, there's a little bit of savings there.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's there. Why not take advantage of it? And so there are rebates out there. And then essentially what you're doing is how long would it take to make, if somebody wanted to redo one side of their house or all the windows, how long does it typically take from the moment they contact you to the project's done?
A homeowner will contact us, and we can be out there within a week or so just to get measurements.
Start the process, talking to them, getting sizes, measuring, getting the price to them, which is another thing that we do is we price everything in the home. With them. Whether it's a shower, glass units, windows, we don't let time lag. We don't say, we'll see you later, you'll get something from us in 3 days or 4 days, and that's happened as well, where I might be the second or third person in the home, and they're still waiting for pricing from the first two people they had there for an estimate. So when you show up, you're actually taking measurements and giving them an estimate?
Right there on the spot.
Love that.
Regardless of what the product is. Anyway, back to the windows. We'll go in there, we'll measure the windows, we'll give them the price. Very rarely will they pull the trigger and order something right on the spot because, of course, they want to think about it. It's a huge financial thing if you're going to change all the windows.
What's a typical cost? What can somebody expect?
If you're depending on the size of the home and how many windows and stuff, it could be anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 if you're doing, say, retrofit windows.
Okay.
Retrofit means you're putting a new window covering up the old frame without tearing out the stucco and whatnot.
Okay.
So it would be about that. Can it be a little bit less, a little bit more? Yeah, but again, it depends on the options you get and all that. But yeah, that would be probably a safe range, anywhere from 10 to 15 all the way up to 25 to 30,000.
Wow.
Something like that, depending on the size of the home, of course. And that's if you're doing all of the windows, and of course patio door sliders are the more expensive items.
Yep.
But once they choose to move forward with us, if it's normal framing, meaning not a custom paint exterior on the frame and stuff like that, lead times can vary from anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks to the day of the install.
Okay.
If it's a custom paint, they wanted the, chocolate colored paint that's on the outside of the frame to kind of match some of the exterior framings of the house and stuff like that. Those coatings take longer. That
Sure.
could increase it, 8 to 10 weeks or something like that.
Okay, so when they have you come out, and do you guys do the installs year round, or is it typically okay?
We do year-round installs. Things that stop us is rain outs and stuff like that. You can't really help that. If it's raining, you don't really want to be making a hole in the customer's house.
Totally get that. Absolutely.
And that goes back to the customer service aspect of it, where if we're planning on being there, hey, we'll be there at 9 a.m. When that time comes, and it's downpouring out there, we need to reschedule the job. Doesn't happen very often, but because we kind of plan for it, you usually can see the rain.
Normally know the season when it's coming.
Yeah.
So you come out, give them an estimate on the spot. Then whenever they want to move forward, you order them the materials.
Correct.
And then how long does it take to, once you have the materials, to install it? Like how long would the homeowner be inconvenienced by having contractors around the home?
On the install, say if you had 20 windows that need to be installed, we'd probably send our whole crew out there and get it done in about 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a little bit of the third day for some of the finish work and stuff like that.
Okay. So not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's really not too bad.
Way better than a bathroom.
Yeah. Well, and it's on our end, usually when someone's doing a bathroom remodel, we're coming in at the very end of it. So whatever delays and stuff that they're having, waiting for tile to show up and all of that.
Hardware and all that, yeah.
By the time we get there, we're the last thing to go in. And they want it done at that point.
Yep.
And when I'm there advising them about the estimate, and it's one that's going to be a new build and their tile's not done yet, I'll tell them, hey, if you know the tile's going to be done on a certain day, let us know what that day is so we can get there as soon as possible to get that final measurement for the shower.
Love that.
So we can get back out as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So you'll coordinate with the homeowner, with the other contractors to make sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do that.
Easy stuff. All right. And so just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today. It was an absolute pleasure. To recap, you guys provide window services, you provide bathroom services, you provide door services. Is there anything that you guys do not do, that you won't touch as far as glass related?
We don't do stained glass stuff.
Okay.
I do that as a personal hobby of mine, of course.
So they can call you and still get stained glass service. It just won't be with Glass Guru.
It's just a hobby of mine.
Okay.
But we don't do leaded work. We can refer people to other companies that do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But there's not a whole lot that we don't do. We don't do a whole lot of wood rot repair type of thing.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of need for that out there, at least in our area. That's
Got it.
more for the south.
So you have glass or window or glass door needs, just go ahead and reach out to Rich at Glass Guru. If you'd like their information, just go ahead and Google Glass Guru or reach out to us at madeformorerealty.com. We'll be happy to connect you with Rich and his amazing team. Thanks again for being on the show, Rich.
Thank you.
Stop listening to all those ads promising you a cash offer on your home. There's only one guy in town that's the best, that's going to get you at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. You don't have to do all those costly repairs, staging, showing. Who is that? Of course, that's Johnny Jennings with the Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty. Just Google Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty and get more for your home.